So the second show of Puzzlevision, Once Upon an SMG4, just released, and it has given us some more interesting clues about what may happen during this Puzzlevision arc. So as I expected, Mr. Puzzles has taken on a much larger role during this show, compared to last time, as he appears multiple times, both as the fairy godmother and as SMG4's mirror on the wall. He also appears on the thumbnail and poster for the show. Perhaps this suggests that he wishes to have a starring role in this Puzzlevision show, which is in contrast to how he acted within the shadows last year to manipulate events. Perhaps this suggests he has a desire for fame from the success of his show as well as an actor. Moving on, this episode's big mysterious moment comes near the end, when SMG3 seems to display that he has knowledge that something is not right and that the characters are trapped. Every other character in the scene responds seriously to this with blank expressions. It seems SMG3 was able to break from Mr. Puzzle's script/control for a brief moment, which interestingly Mr. Puzzles refers to as a programming malfunction. He then resets the characters back into their controlled states. This displays the insane godlike powers he has over the world the characters are trapped in, whether this world be the SMG4 universe itself, inside the TV from the No TV Make Merry Oh Not Okie Dokie episode, or within another simulation like the one from Western Spaghetti. His godlike powers are also highlighted elsewhere in this show and the one from last week. But despite these powers, clearly he does not have complete control over the world and cast, as we've seen glimpses of their true selves shine through occasionally. We can assume that the next 3 episodes will show an increasing amount of cracks begin to appear in Mr. Puzzle's show, which he will try to hide as errors or mistakes, even though these cracks will likely become more serious as the show continues. Perhaps this shows a vulnerability to Mr. Puzzles that the cast could exploit to finally free themselves from his control. It is also noteworthy that we have yet to see Terry have a significant role in the Puzzlevision show yet. That brief scene from last week's show is all we got from her. I think this provides some credence to my theory that Clench will become important later on, perhaps in the 5th show, likely serving to help the cast break free from Mr. Puzzle's control, as I explained in my previous theory video. Once again, at the end of the episode, we are asked to rate the episode at puzzlevision.tv. This is where the biggest clue from this show actually lies, as something pretty notable has changed on the website, that being Mr. Puzzle's facial expression. It now looks annoyed, instead of having his usual happy face. And I think we can figure out why, because looking at the ratings of the 2 shows we have so far, both sit at a rather mediocre 3.5 stars. By the way, it is now very obvious that the ratings we can submit on the site don't actually get counted towards the ratings seen at the top of the site, and this feature is likely just here for show. It seems Mr. Puzzles is becoming a bit frustrated with the reception to his shows, confirming that these ratings probably will become rather important later on, as I imagine he will keep getting mediocre ratings, and will become increasingly frustrated. This may begin to influence the later shows, as he begins getting more desperate, perhaps becoming reflected by him appearing more frustrated at the cast when he appears in the shows, as we did see him become a bit frustrated at SMG3's yapping in this show, leading to him muting him. Perhaps this desperation and frustration will be what leads to him becoming vulnerable to the cast, as they may properly realize that they are trapped within the Puzzlevision show, allowing them to escape from his control with the help of Clench during a movie after the 5th show releases. Or perhaps these mediocre ratings will encourage him to make a movie himself under the Puzzlevision brand after the 5th show, in hopes this would be what gets him great ratings. We'll just have to wait and see, but either way, keep an eye out on these ratings. Before ending this video, there's one minor critique I have of this episode, that being the inclusion of a sponsorship segment at the beginning. I completely understand needing sponsorships in order to finance the channel, but placing one during arcs have always slightly broken the immersion for me. And the thing is, they easily could have kept the sponsorship, but not ruined the immersion by just having Mr. Puzzles do the sponsor segment instead of SMG4. That would have actually been really great at selling the idea that Puzzlevision has taken over the SMG4 channel. In fact, during the It's Gotta Be Perfect build-up, when SMG4 was becoming obsessed with finishing the perfect video, they had SMG3 do a sponsorship segment instead of SMG4, which felt like a choice made to maintain the immersion of that ongoing story. Though perhaps because Mr. Puzzle's voice actor isn't in-house at Glitch like Luke or James, maybe this would not have been an option. I don't know. But ultimately this is just a minor issue I have, and anyone who takes a major issue with this sponsor segment are just taking things too literally.